Based.
After Dark.
Don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more After Dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Base After Dark Season 2, Episode 3. Today we are accompanied with Mr. Prison Joe, Zoe Pancakes, Ignoble Solid, Hamzy, IRL, myself, T Papa Slice, and the world-renowned Sater. How are you doing, Mr. Sabe?
I'm doing great. Thank you again for the invite onto Base After Dark, and it is Season 2. I actually want to ask you guys a question. I know I'm not the host, but I saw the video where you guys are talking about like the Season 2 idea. Are you satisfied with going the route of Season 2? Because I've considered that myself. I'm still on Season 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk first. I think I'm super happy so far. Metric-wise, it's been good. Feedback's been good. I think we've all enjoyed the podcast more than we all agree to that. I want to personally apologize to the podcast enjoyers. It was my fault we did not have a podcast last week because storm came through, power flickered, and my entire recording was corrupted after we did about an hour probably for when that happened. Of course, couldn't happen.
Wait, tell them how
5
you
minutes
messed
in.
up the night before too.
What was that? What are you talking about?
When we all showed up and you
The
didn't.
night before, you messed up.
Listen,
I just want to make sure everyone knows that you messed up twice. Okay, I just want to make sure.
You really fucked it last week.
Yes,
Didn't you?
okay,
Holy
regardless, I fucked it twice.
Not just
I
once,
fucked it
but twice.
I fucked it twice. So, I'm sorry. Hope you guys can forgive
Okay.
me. Type 1 if you forgive me. Type 2 if you would kiss me. Thanks.
But I'd say for season 2, it's hard to tell so far. This is literally this is episode 3, right? We've only recorded 2 so far. It has definitely been a breath of fresh air. Like I've been coming into the cast, being like, yes, I can't fucking wait to hang out with my friends and talk about weird shit, rather than be like, oh man, there's a guest coming on. We have to entertain our guest and talk
Fucking
to
West
them and
Ham,
be friends
man.
with them. Yeah, it's fucking West Ham, man. I don't know what it is, man. West
Hey,
Ham is
listen.
the reason why we had to end bringing guests forever. We're just like,
Why is that?
This podcast is really just for the patrons.
kidding,
Okay,
I'm
shout out to all the patrons. First off,
We
I
love
believe
West
we
Ham,
have.
man.
I think we have about 40 patrons now, and we had one on. We have one on today, Mr. Sebe. So maybe you'll get lucky. One day you'll come on if you're a patron. It's possible. It's gonna happen. He's here. So
We
just put
did
that out
randomly
happen.
select one patron, and it just happened to
Just happened to be
be.
Sebe. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
A bunch of re-rolls. and
RNG's
rolls.
crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
It was completely
What are-
random. I swear.
What are the? I want to know what the rest of you guys think
Yeah.
about the new format of the cast so far.
Well, I personally love the new format because I feel like it's like a throwback to what it originally was. What Base After Dark originally was is we would sit in my Discord late at night until like 4 o'clock in the morning, just like shit talking, playing CS:GO, playing RuneScape, and we're like, damn, bro, these conversations are fucking hysterical. We need to monetize them. And and then we started the pod, and then it kind of got away from what it was originally. But now I feel like this is going. It's more our roots. It's what we started. It's what the original idea was.
Way to reel
We're
it
just
back in.
chilling. Yeah.
I think
We lost the plot
I think
at
at the
some
end of the day with the recurring guest on the Base After Dark podcast is I think the most important thing is we are RuneScape players, but I don't think any of us are true RuneScape commentators. I think we're just for the most part RuneScape players, like through and through. Like we love playing RuneScape and we love it, but do we love like talking about it and going super in depth about it? Probably not as much as other creators do. So I can think.
I was thinking about that when I was listening to the Sebe cast with Autumn Elegy. I was like, damn, if any of us had to host this fucking podcast, we'd be like, so, what do you like about free to play? And then just immediately start asking about like his fucking sex life or something. Like it's just not for us, okay? We're just not cut out for that. We just have to
Yeah.
play into our strengths, and that's what I like about season 2.
So I think out of all of us, I think I was the most hesitant to go forward with the whole season 2 thing. But listen, man, I will say after the first episode or first one that I was on, episode 2, when they brought back my character, Revival, I think I was definitely convinced. I love the flow way much better. It's so much more easier this way, I think. And then we have the occasional guests on, and
But
it's like
something is, I don't even really, I don't consider Sebe really a guest. He's just a friend on the show, and that's kind of the vibe I'd like to have. I don't need I don't think
He's just
I
a
don't,
patron.
Yeah,
really.
he's just a
Yeah.
guy. He's a guy who is friends with us.
I just randomly won the role.
Yeah.
The giveaway.
Randomly.
I
Vader,
can't believe
I
you
ask
spooned
you-
that.
Yeah,
Can
Zoe?
I ask you, Sater, what would season 2 of the Sebe cast entail? What would you like to change about it?
Okay, so actually, just on that point of going with your strengths, do you guys think a little bit? Okay, actually, no. Let me not ask this. Let me answer your question first because it'll actually take some time. Yeah, no. For season 2 Sebe cast, I was just thinking of kind of revamping a little bit and maybe potentially shortening some of the casts. I feel like the way you guys have decided to do it, like keep them all kind of in a certain range, is smart because. Yeah, with the Sebe cast is when I look on my YouTube analytics and I see the watch times of the casts that are 4+ hours, 5+ hours, they just tend to drop off at a certain point, and it doesn't really go much further. So I was thinking
I got a question. Do you feel like at that? Because for me, on our podcast, it was always probably that 2.5 hour mark where I just was zapped, bro. Just it was gone for me a lot of times. And I think that was kind of happening a lot. I feel like the energy always around it's a little over 2 hours is where the energy just starts to trend downhill and everybody's just ready to get it over with.
yeah, that's how it feels. But the thing is, I get so many different guests on that are completely different than one another, like you guys
true.
were doing, obviously. But I don't have 4 other hosts with me that can kind of keep the energy consistent. So if I get a guest that's just not we're just not meshing, or we're just getting tired, I like to be able to end it early. But the ones that
don't have to
we're
say-
vibing, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
You don't have to say who, but has there ever been any guests where you were just get me out of here?
Not any particular guests, to be honest, but just the vibe of certain episodes. I bring this one up just because I feel like it's the most, I don't know, people know about it. But the Whale Uncle cast, that was the worst episode I've ever
Really?
done.
I actually enjoyed that one.
I'm glad. And some people did
I like
enjoy
that one,
it. The reason me and Uncle was perma high. I decided to get high that cast. I don't know what Whale was doing, but it was just we did not mesh well with the energy. Whale spoke maybe 4 words the whole cast. And we were just listening to Uncle.
That's been a joke here before. It's okay.
And again, it's the Uncle cast was great. The Whale cast was great. All 3 of us together without really a clue of what we're doing and high, it just did not work out. And the whole time I was like, I need to fucking end this. And then at the end, I was like, dude, I should just say the file got corrupted or something because I do not want to upload this at all.
I'm pretty sure I listened to that. I remember listening to it when I was working. I actually listened to that, and I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
No, I thought it was good.
good to hear. That's good
I
to hear.
really enjoy listening. I know Whale had some funny little bits. I really enjoy listening to Uncle talk, honestly.
Yeah. No, it was still all right. I think in my head I was just like, this is. I think I had such high hopes, and it just was
Not your typical
not good.
Sebe cast.
Yeah.
I'm sure
not
it's the
great.
same thing as when you're having a stream and you're like, oh my god, this is so terrible. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
At all. No one's chatting. And then you go back and watch a clip or watch the VOD and you're like, oh, it wasn't actually that bad. It was just in my head the whole time.
No, but I
Maybe.
did watch some parts. I was like, I can't listen to this. But that's most casts. I don't
But
like
you're your own
listening to
worst
most
critic,
casts.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you listen to your own casts?
I mean, I'll go in and I'll just as soon as it's published, or if I do timestamps, which I hate to do. I hate making timestamps because I have to re-listen and I'm just anticipating the cringe and I'm like, oh my god,
By timestamps, you mean those chapter things you can do?
yeah, YouTube
Oh, okay,
chapters.
okay, yeah.
But I'll occasionally, as soon as I upload it, I'll just kind of scan through it. I'll just be like, okay, everything's sounds good, and then I'll listen to a segment for a minute, and I'm like, this is painful. Every time.
We have such a hard. I don't think we'd ever be able to put timestamps on our shit because we just jump from A to B so quickly. It's just
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
don't know.
things develop quickly. Which leads me to my next question for you. You recently you came to our meetup we hosted in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to hear, I guess, your unfiltered review. Like, how was it? How was your first? That was your first time meeting up with other content
Yeah.
creators. Your first time
Yep.
going outside ever. So,
Yep.
like, how was
Yeah,
it?
literally. It was honestly a ton of fun, and I just thank you for the invite. Seriously, Seth, that was really kind of you. And yeah, it was a blast because I don't really do much with friends nowadays, and so getting to just have like a huge meetup with people I already know virtually was just really amazing. And all of you are just fantastic
it's
people.
worth
I'm
the
sad
anxiety,
that
isn't
Zoe
it?
couldn't be there. What?
It's worth the anxiety, isn't it? Because like I was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
anxious
yeah.
the first time I ever came and met up with everybody as well. And like after it was over, I was like, damn, like I'm going every time I can go, I'm gonna go. Like I have to.
Yeah, it's like there's so many other factors as well, but yeah, like the anxiety of just meeting a bunch of people is one thing, but then there's cost, and then there's like just the whole idea of I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it, but yeah, I had a ton of fun. Oh, and just like energy levels. Like sometimes I feel like if I go there for 5 days straight, like am I gonna be like okay by day 5? Like holy shit.
Were you like surprised about how hard we went, or like taken back? Like what were you expecting?
No, it was. I think that's what I was expecting, honestly.
Okay.
At least by the time
good.
we were driving up, I was like, okay, I think I know kind of what's going to be going on. But no, it was a ton of fun, and I was actually really impressed by everyone's like energy and friendliness. I feel like I was just like the low energy. Like day 1, I was good, but that's just my energy level. Like as soon as it's day 2, day 3, day 4, I'm just like I'm exhausted.
I think everybody kind of had their day where they just had that long slumber or sleep. Because there was one day where there was one day I had good sleep. Besides that, maybe Hamzy didn't sleep. That'd be the only person I'd say maybe didn't.
But I will say it was kind of a tiring week in terms of like activities. Like we were out and about. Like dude, in our past meetups, we have been very gremlin like, staying just in the Airbnb. Doing stuff with each other, like just activities at the house. But
That's true.
This was probably the most trip where the trip where we did the most activities were actually like got out there on our feet.
Yeah. Well, I think another part of that is, I guess that's on Tasty for that one. But for the most, I think a lot of times we went to places where nobody really knows the area, so no one like has like kind of a plan of what to do. Because I think the only other place we went where somebody actually was living was with Tasty, where he like lived. But I don't think that Airbnb was close to where he lived at. But still, I just know Gallenberg. I don't know like super well, but I knew it enough to where I knew at least some fun things to do. So I felt like it'd be best, especially with a big group like we had.
It was just fun as fuck going out with a squad, like a group of 20-something people going out downtown doing moonshine tasting.
Cool.
I think it was one of the most fun things, just like us taking over like an entire moonshine counter, and it's just like, I don't know, just fucking vibes.
I knew when I made
Yeah,
that
we gotta do
that
that
was going to
stuff
be
more.
number one. I knew that was going to be number one. Like I knew like of everything we did, I knew that people would probably enjoy Dollywood and Moonshine the most because those are just undeniably fun. I don't care who you are. So, but I'm glad to hear that, dude. I wanted to hear like your perspective because like it was awesome to meet you and it was good to see you.
The only
Getting out there.
regret I have is I wish I would have just paid the extra for my own room. That would have been great. Being in like a bunk room with 9 people was just like, sheesh. Yeah, this is. I mean, it was fine. You're just there to pass out. But I felt like I had no actual break. Like I couldn't just go to my room for an hour. It was just I'm in a public setting for 5 days straight.
The barracks.
There's no just
Yeah.
room where I
Barracks.
can just sit there.
The
and-
hostel.
Yeah, I actually now that I think about it,
going on
that
there
is.
because I've heard Mick Homie tell a couple stories about you undressing in a certain way and etc. So what
I mean,
went on in
again,
there?
I have no
Anything
privacy,
devious?
so I'm just stripping butt ass naked in a bunk room with
You were
8 other
sleeping
people.
naked with 8 other men in there.
I usually sleep naked, and so I'm there, and I have my underwear on, and I'm like, I just
Who? So
You don't wear
I
the
was in
Mormon
the
pajamas, bro?
I was in the other house. Can you give me a quick rundown if you can remember all of them? Who was in this room with you?
So let's see. We had Saint Tits, his girlfriend, Uberu, Mick, Olive, Zoe, Jake C, and
Zoe?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Oh, I was like, was she there?
E.
We wish you were there.
Zoe,
We wish,
Olive.
dude,
We
Who's
wish,
the other
dude.
guys?
Oh, and then DJ Cumboy.
Dude, that's a fucking
Tomboy?
stack of characters right there.
Yeah,
man.
it was crazy.
Dude, all those
and
all
this
those
is-
people staying in one room together. That's honestly, like, I was super comfortable in my room by myself, but like I
wish,
can't even
man.
imagine the experiences
Dude,
you would have had in there, man.
It's just like 9 people, and if you hear, and this is the other thing, I've been sleeping alone for the past like 5 years, so I'm used to just like total silence. And if you hear anybody moving, like just like kind of creaking a little bit, I'm like, Jesus, man, like, can I? And then any little like hiccup or yawn or just anything, I'm just. So I had to turn on my little fan app on
feel
my
like
phone, just put it next to my ear.
if you're ever in a situation where you have like maybe 5 or 6 guys sleeping in one room, there's always at least one snorer too.
Yep, that was Mick.
Like this can be.
Of course it was Mick.
course.
Well,
It
and
definitely
I'm
just gives off that
surprised.
old guy snoring vibe.
I don't
yeah.
blame
Definitely
Mick for
got
it. It was
that.
only when he got really drunk. Then
Yep.
he just was bad snoring. And the worst part is it would stop and then continue and then stop and then continue. It's just like, at least just be
Yeah.
consistent with it.
It's the worst when you have like 2 or 3 going off, man. You got the fucking symphony going on.
It's true. Surround sound.
Yeah.
I can only imagine fucking like I totally understand what you mean when you say you're always feel like you're always in a public setting and can't like turn off. You know,
I
'Cause you just wanna
couldn't.
be able to
Yeah,
turn
that
the
was
brain
it.
Off and just yeah.
Yeah. I think that was the
I-
thing that was exhausting the most. But yeah.
Can I ask who scared you the most? Whose health
Oh.
were you the most concerned for?
Whose health? Mick.
Yeah, who do you think is not gonna? Oh, yeah, I figured.
Day one, I'm like, dude, I don't think Mick's going to last the whole 5 days.
I told that story.
Without a
So,
doubt,
like,
dude.
I picked up. Well, did I get you too, or no? No, I didn't get you, did I? Or did I get you? No. Saint Tits got you, right? He picked you up,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I got Bodie and Mr. Whale, and I remember I showed up late, and like Mick was the first person I interacted with, and I was like, I thought he was joking. I didn't know he was actually that fucked up. I thought he was like fucking around, but he was trash, just absolutely trash. You know, it's pretty clear too, because there's like everybody kind of had like a buzz, and like they're at this one level, and then Mick is just like. He's just way.
I remember
way up there.
specifically, I came in, I had like a quarter of a handle left of Jameson, and I'm just like, all right, whatever, I'll bring it over to the thing, right? And the only person I see drinking that night is Mick, and to the point where at the end of the night, the handle is empty. There's nothing left inside of it. I'm just like looking around. Mick's pouring out the last shot for himself, like, ooh,
You
yeah,
know,
it's gonna be sick.
Honestly,
Pounding that shit,
Daddy
like,
been
you good, bro?
stressed. He been stressed. You know, Mick got a lot going on in his personal life. Nothing bad. He's just doing a ton of stuff. And I think you just need to let it out. You know, but that was the night. The famous story, if you haven't heard it, Mr. Mick Homie, who we're talking about, he dropped a phone in the toilet that night and continued to pee on it. For I'm not sure how long, but then he realized he was pissing on his phone and picked it up out of the toilet. By that point, it was obviously done for. So that's a great first day story. Like that's how you
So-
start the trip. You know it's gonna be good.
Oh, dude, first night. But also, speaking of Mick, and great that we have Sater on here. I told you guys, I might have told a couple of you guys while we were in the trip, but while I was driving, I had a 7-hour trip or 7-hour drive to that trip, and while I was on that drive, I actually listened to the Sebe cast with Mick Homie, which was recorded maybe 1 week before that trip, and like, dude, the whole cast is them talking about how excited they are for that trip. And I'm just sitting there driving, like going faster. Like it was like the best fucking thing that I could have possibly listened to on the way over, man. It got me so hyped.
so
Like,
great.
it was so nice to see you guys there after listening to your voices my whole drive there. But I will say, dude, a lot of people think back to Mick like just getting fucked up and having all these like sloppy stories from the Tennessee trip. But I will say, I thought he did very well with all the IRL vlogging content you did, all the IRL streams. Mick killed it, man. Mick was probably like number 2 after Seth in terms of like best on camera for like the IRL content.
Bro, I was
think he
badgering
really-
Mick for vlog content the entire time just because he delivers, bro.
Dude,
He
I
was
think,
so much
I think
fun.
Mick has such a future in IRL, to be honest. Like
He should, man. He's
just-
hilarious.
He's so natural on camera. Like he's so
Yeah.
funny, dude. It comes so easy to him.
Yeah, dude, I got like an entire, like, if you watch the Dollywood vlog, I got like the entire Dollywood experience and like the side story of like Mick just going through rounds of his balls getting destroyed by the roller coasters. Like it's like a side by side saga. It worked out really well.
Yeah, there's so many of us that are content creators, and like when we're on stream, we have our personalities and stuff, and then you find us sometimes where someone puts a camera randomly on you when you're not expecting it, in the middle of a party, and like you get caught off guard, and you're not really your most
I did want to ask you
authentic
guys.
self, but Nick just like turns it on.
Yeah, he's good for that.
Last week we didn't have the podcast, my fault, but did get out the last episode of the vlogs. What do you guys think? Was it good? Things I can change going forward with the next one I do? Because for TwitchCon, I'm definitely have some plans to shoot try to do more stuff. I would like to get a drone. I want a drone. I want to experiment with a drone. So I have some plans. I'm cooking up some stuff to make the vlog series to take it further, because I feel like this was definitely a step up from the TwitchCon San Diego vlog series, because most of that was done on my fucking cell phone. Now I had a GoPro. Now I want to get some more stuff to fuck around with. So like, any suggestions?
Seth,
what do you think?
I think for the next, well, first of all, the vlogs were great, but I'm very biased. I just loved watching them because I just reliving
No, they were
memories.
good.
Yeah.
But also, if we ever do like some sort of cabin thing, you should just put cameras in every fucking room and then sync
Oh
Oh
them
my
up.
god, like Big Brother.
Bro, it's gonna turn into reality shit.
Oh my God,
please.
Jersey Shore.
Please.
We're gonna have a confessional room.
That would be great.
We could do a Big Brother style subathon.
A
Literally.
confessional room would actually be really good.
Night
a room with
vision
a camera. You
camera.
can just
That
sit
would be
down and
Zoe?
record.
Fun.
Dude,
That's the best idea
I
I've ever
love Zoe's
had.
idea.
Bro, a confessional cam at the base would have been hilarious. Like making their job,
would
like
be
I pissed on my
great.
phone. I don't know what happened. It's just fucking.
That would be so funny.
THD in there
Oh
drunk.
my god.
These fucking
That-
peasants. Like, I don't know where I'm at. This fucking bumfuck town, but I'm having a good time. Fuck it. Like,
Dude,
in the
Seth.
confessional.
Seth, if you have some sort of cabin or just something like that where we're all in a confined space and you actually have like challenges throughout, just like little fun challenges that we do, and then just have cameras planted in every fucking room, and then
That's
somehow get an editor to just combine it all and make a narrative. Get Soup to make a narrative about it. Oh my
Gamer
god.
Games IRL.
Yeah, literally.
It could be. It's not. I mean, it'd be hard to do, but
I mean, we did have 20-something creators out there. We could have, done something like IRL games, Galenor IRL.
I like
games.
that a lot of people really like the moonshine enough to where people were like buying it. I saw that Tasty was messaging me, telling me like him and I think him and Melba were trying to get together and get a bunch of the sour watermelon to bring to to Las Vegas. People trying to stock up. So hopefully we see some moonshine in Las Vegas. It's also.
I want to try it.
I've gone on a journey recently because I love that moonshine so much, and like I went on the Old Smoky. It's this thing me and my sister do whenever we're out. We go on like the Old Smoky. You can go on their website and see like local retailers or whatever, and we just hit up all the stores to see what flavors they have, and it's utter dog shit everywhere, dude. I've been to like 10 stores. I can't find like I just want the cream ones, bro. Like I can find so many of the normal moonshine flavors,
Yeah.
but to find the cream moonshines, like they're actually so freaking hard to get. And I found this place that I can order them online and like get them delivered, but then it's like they're like $30-$40 after like shipping
Holy.
and taxes a pop. And
That's
I'm
too
like,
much.
oh man, I'm not spending that much on this thing that I know is worth like 22. So it's so good. If you guys have Old Smoky, it's OLE, okay? I don't like alcohol, but Old Smoky Moonshine. If you have it near you and there's a cream one, like dude, you're welcome.
How
man.
much
I'm
are
not
you willing
even
to pay for it?
I mean, why are you shipping? Like,
I'm just okay. So what's the actual price of it?
At the most, if you don't live like in the South where there's like a bunch of it being distributed, I would say like I mean I'd say 30's fair. Like if you're getting it for like 30 a jar,
I
like,
was
you could
looking
do
to
that
spend
probably.
30 a jar, I think, and it was more than that, and I was like,
Dude,
I
here-
think it was 38. Like when I had it all like booked and ready to buy on this one website, it was 38 a jar, and I was like, I'm gonna spend $80 on 2 jars of moonshine that are gonna be gone in 30 minutes. Like,
It's crazy with the deals they do here. Like if you come to the distilleries here, it's like probably $17 a jar, $18 a jar if you use the coupons and stuff they give you. So
That picture of us, everybody on the trip, with all the fucking 50 jars in front of us is iconic. That's just a classic Gatlinburg picture.
We are sick fucks for finishing all that. Like we took that picture. That when at the time that we took that picture, I was like, this is such a just for the gram thing. Like this is just, everyone's gonna be taking home so much, dude. The fact that we finished everything is actually Disgusting.
Well, it's
You guys
disgusting
gross.
that we finished that, and you got to think too. The day before that, Chipapa, Tasty, and they went and they bought alcohol as well, and that was all finished as well.
Oh, we finished a lot of
Yeah. So we're some sick fucks.
I'm disgusted by you guys.
Shout out
You
Mick,
guys-
dude. We couldn't have done it without him, man. Once again, just going back to Mick. Everything goes back to
He took out
Mick.
the first bottle day one. He's like, we got too much alcohol. Just fucking sent the bottle.
You guys think we have a problem?
Just Hamzy.
Whoa,
Yeah, just
come on.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't
probably
have
just
a
Hamzy.
problem. I know that for sure.
I honestly think like our alcohol consumption is fine. Like realistically, like yeah, we party hard. We do a lot of alcohol. It's just it's insane how much stuff we can put up our noses. I'm just like how much fits. Like I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, strictly ignoble.
No, we've left in the vlog series. If you watch them,
possibly
there's some
mean by
good
that?
Easter eggs for. We left the TOA salt out a few times, but some good Easter eggs if you go back and look. We're pre-potting for any RuneScape players out there. Hamzy, I did want to ask you
There are
too
a lot of people
about
boosted.
this. I've been dying to actually hear the full story of this. Is you saying that you got kicked out of a bar this past weekend for hijacking the aux and playing the Drake and Josh theme song? I want to hear the story.
Okay,
What
so
happened?
like honestly, man, like that was so fucked because it wasn't a hijacking. It was given to me. Okay, like
whom?
okay, so here's what happened.
What bar are you at where
me-
someone gave you an aux cord where the DJ's at?
It was a small town bar. I went
okay.
out to Pennsylvania for a wedding, and I got reunited with all my college friends, and so we basically we were a group of 20 plus people that took over a bar that maybe had like 10 people in it at the time that we walked in. So we fully took over this place, and it's just us. Pretty much. And we're about to rack up the tab. Like we walk in and we instantly order 20 shots of tequila, like right off the fucking bat. So like obviously we're gonna, make these bartenders nights. So we're taking over this bar. And we also went to the same bar in a smaller group the night before. So we had a little bit of a rapport with the bartender. Her name was Elisa, actually. And so we had a good relationship with this woman, and I told her, we're back. We're going to be spending a lot of money at your bar. Is there any way I can maybe get on the aux? Like, let's just do this. And she said no. And then I was like, let me give you $100. Just cash right here. Let me just get on the aux for like an hour. And she's like, okay, you know what? Here you go. She pulls me to the back. They have this like whole receive. It was such a complex. It's not just a plug and go. Like I had to be Bluetooth connected, source change. It was a whole thing. And she sat there with me while we figured it out. And I'm on the music at this bar. I'm playing all the hits, dude. Pump Up the Jam. Some real neutral stuff. Call on Me, fun stuff. But I'm not like going full
Fair.
techno demon or anything. Like I'm just playing good, bar music that I think is great. And, I really like the Drake and Josh theme song. Like, I think it's a good song, and it, like, means a lot to me, and makes me
How
feel
does the
good when I
song
hear
go
it.
again? Can you remind us? I don't remember. how it
I
goes.
never
What's the-
thought it would be so simple,
simple,
but
but
I found a way. I found a
a
way.
way.
Yeah,
If
thank
you
thank
open,
If you open up your eyes.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so,
pretty good.
like, you
That's
guys
pretty
agree. It's a fucking
good song.
banger
Nice.
and a half.
If that came on in the
And-
bar, I would lose my fucking mind. I would be so
I'd
happy.
be very happy. I don't know what you. Yeah.
Bro, the bar was fucking popping, man. They love that shit, dude. Like, the energy was the highest it's been all night. And the not even the bartender that allowed me to get on the music, she's nowhere to be seen. A completely different bartender with the bouncer comes who has nothing to fucking do all night. I'm like, the homeboy was chilling on his iPhone, bro. Like if that was me, bro, like I could have gotten like 200K agility XP in that shift, man. This guy is fucking doing fuck all. And obviously, like the bartender tells him, hey, we got to kick this guy out. And he gets up, like, finally I have something to do, man. And this guy was so goddamn happy to kick me out of his bar. And it was just fucked because I was with a gigantic group and I'm sitting outside and then the music stops because I'm Bluetoothed. So as soon as I step outside, the music cuts off. So everyone like immediately notices like something happened, and they knew I was on the.
You didn't play
and
this.
so they
You
ca-
should have played the song again if you was Bluetooth. Did you not play it again? That would have been so good if you just sit on the outside.
No,
of the
no.
bar
As
and
soon
you
as
just
I got
play it.
outside, I disconnected and all the music stopped, and they all came outside. And they're like, "What the fuck happened?" And then like all my friends are mad at me now too because I've like kind of ruined the
Man.
bar experience. And like now we got to go down another street, find another bar, and like it would like I almost ruined my friend's wedding, but you know I had like one or two friends that thought it was a really good song, so that's really all that matters. And I also enjoyed the song a lot, so fuck them.
That's
Sorry,
crazy.
I also
Thank
lost
you.
$100 to get on the aux
Yeah,
for
that's
like
what you-
maybe
So
20
you paid
minutes.
$100 to play some fucking.
You've been getting fucked with
regular
the request because what was it
hits.
before? You paid $30 to play "Meet Me Halfway" at a bar, and the guy told
That was actually really fucked. That guy was fucking with me big time. That was actually not cool at all, dude. The guy, I asked him to play "Meet Me Halfway" by the Beatles or the
Black Eyed
what's
Peas.
the name? Yes.
Same
And
thing.
so
Same thing, honestly.
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
so I paid this guy $30 to and this is no DJ. He is on the
Where
aux.
was this?
This was just some bar in DC. No, this guy was just. This was a bar where there is no DJ. It's just the bartenders have a phone on aux, and like, dude, at the time they were playing like LMFAO and stuff. So, you know, what I'm requesting you is not only like perfectly in line, but it's one of the bangers of our generation. And this guy is like, "Oh, I'll play it. And then I was like, "You're gonna play it next?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play it next." And then a couple songs goes on, you know, I'm giving him a chance. After like 4 or 5 songs goes on, he goes, "Oh, I said I was going to play it within the hour." And I'm like, man, and the way he said it too, I was like, dude, why are you like messing with me? Like I gave you a good song. It's not like I'm asking to play something out of left field, like the Drake and Josh theme song or something. And he's like, "I said it was going to play within the hour." And I waited, like, I was literally there for like an hour and a half. And I went up to him and I was like, "Give me my $30 back." And he's
As you
like,
fucking
"What do you
should.
mean?" I was like, either play the song right now or give me my $30 back that I asked you to play the song, and you said you were gonna play within the hour. And he's like, "Okay," and he has his pride, you know, like so strong that he can't just play the song. So what does this guy do? He turns around and grabs the tip jar, and so now all the other bartenders on this long bar turn around and are like, "Why is he grabbing the tip jar?" And then he comes and he puts it in front of me and grabs the money out of it and hands it to me. He's like, "Thanks, here's out of our tips." And then all the bartenders start yelling at me like, "What's your fucking problem, man? What's your problem?" And I told them, I was like, I asked them to play this song, "Meet Me Halfway" by the Beatles, Black Eyed Peas. And he said he was going to play it next, and then he told me he was going to play it after an hour, and then it's been an hour and a half. And dude, all the bartenders look at this guy like, "Why didn't you just play the song? That's a banger, man." And the guy is just like walking away all angry, you know, like he just wanted to like fuck with me so bad that he like cost himself $30 and his team 30. And all these people are just looking at him like, "Why did you do this, man? Just play the song, man. It's a good song."
You should have
And
hit
I
him.
sat
You should
there
have
and
hit
I
him
was
with the "I'm a DJ too." And be like, "I'm one of you. I'm on your side." That's what you should have said to him. You should try to get
Oh,
him.
wait,
and
so
should
did
gaslight
they
him.
play it? What happened? What happened?
No, they didn't play it. Dude, I literally went and you know what? I think maybe like there might have been some miscommunication with how like a queue works. Like I did give him the benefit of the doubt, like maybe he added it to the queue, and maybe the way they added like a whole playlist to a queue, you know, where like it basically makes a gigantic queue. So if you add anything,
guess.
you're adding it to the
Yeah,
back
yeah.
of like
No,
100
fuck
songs.
him.
Think about
No,
it. Think
shut
about
up.
this.
Just
though.
fuck
Think
him.
about this.
Fuck
Think
him.
about
I
this.
saw this guy. I saw this guy go back in and scroll, and like it looked like he purposely went in and like took it
I was
out.
gonna say,
of
think
the
about this.
queue.
If someone,
Like,
if
maybe
you were
it was coming up
DJing,
soon.
say you're DJing a small spot, and somebody came up to you and was like, "Here's $30. I want you to play this 1.5 minute song that is like a popular song that's well received." Like, wouldn't you just play it immediately? $30?
I
for one
will
song?
say,
Yeah.
I will say that's fucking annoying to do, but
$30.
this was not a DJ. This was an aux cord
Yeah,
Oh, it was an
bartender.
aux cord.
This was a bartender with an
Oh.
aux cord. This wasn't a DJ. I would never disrespect a DJ
Yeah.
like that, honestly. Like
It's
this
disrespectful
was
to go up to a DJ and be like,
okay.
"Hey, play this song." It's like, no, I got my
no,
own set to play.
no.
That's
I've
true, yeah.
requested songs from DJs. I mean, there's a way to do it, but like I would never make a big deal of a DJ not playing. Like that's a completely different.
That's
sound.
crazy.
These are just a bunch of bartenders with an iPhone plugged into an aux cord. This was a completely different story.
That's two
This
tabs.
isn't someone like, yeah, this isn't someone like making like creating a story with the music and the transitions, like taking you on a ride. This is just
So are you
people
a
fucking-
music playing elitist, Hamzy?
I mean, I've DJ'd in public like scenarios and stuff, so I'd say, you know, there's a different outlook I have on this stuff.
I feel like that would be
But
better for you though,
maybe-
because then you understand the vibe. Like the vibe was, you said it was if it's aux cord DJ, the vibe is open. Ain't nobody, like you said, no one's like painting a picture with the music. There's no set. So one song it's just one song. Like that should be easy money.
Yeah.
You know.
And it was, dude, they were playing LMFAO.
say-
And I asked them, like, it's like,
This is like say you're doing like if you're doing like say you're doing like a techno set and then someone came up and was like, hey, can you play Black Eyed Peas? You tell them to fucking kick rocks.
exactly, yeah.
That would make more sense, but it's an aux cord, so that's unlucky, dude. That's unlucky. But the Drake and Josh
Yeah,
story,
man.
that's hilarious too.
Dude, that's a banger and a half.
Completely.
There's no denying it.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
I wonder why this has happened to you in quick succession. Like I feel a little bad. Like do you feel like you're being targeted for some reason?
It's karma.
no,
It's got
I
to be
don't
karma for the
say-
wives of its side.
No,
just
it's
lazy,
not
bro.
karma. It's
Karma
not
for the
karma.
wives,
I mean,
girlfriends.
I don't know. I mean, I request songs like at bars. I know how to do it. I'm not gonna ever like annoy someone. Like I would never, you know, if like someone was DJing. Like I mean, dude, it's so different when it's an aux cord DJ, man. Like I would never ask a DJ to play a song, and if I do, and if he doesn't play it, like that's. I would never complain about it. Never be like, "Hey, where's my song?" But like, when I gave you $30, play this.
Like
Okay, the
$30
Drake
is
and
a
Josh
lot of
situation-
money. That's a
The
lot
Drake
of
and
money.
Josh
That's why I'm
situation
shocked.
Was that was different? I
That
fucked
was-
around and found out a little bit. I
You definitely
I,
fucked around.
I
You were
knew there
pushing
was
the
a
limits
risk.
a bit.
That was gonna be my
I
next
pushed
question
the
about that
limits on
story.
that.
Was is all you did was play Drake and Josh, or did you play Drake and Josh and then do some other activities that were probably not held in?
No,
good-
no, I was a perfectly respectful patron. You know, like I did
Well,
nothing, but
Since you said patron,
I just-
Oh, go ahead, T-Pop. I'm sorry.
I just want to understand, where does the leap go from give me back the aux to you're now kicked out of the bar?
there was no leap, dude. There was well.
What like
She-
what the fuck happened there?
It's
Like
kind of crazy to just, yeah.
I mean,
I feel like
she
there's
really-
steps in between.
That's
you
what,
know?
that's what I was thinking. That's why I asked that.
So she did say when she was giving me the aux, she was like, "We've never done this for someone before. Like, you really
Oh,
have
wow.
to."
That's
was like,
crazy.
please don't.
The aux
You're
cord.
really
I love it when a
paving the
girl
way.
says that. It's,
All-
you know, she knows she's not lying when she says, "Oh, I've never done this before. This is my
But
first
but
time."
she was like, all she said, she was like, "We've never done this for someone before. Like, please don't lose me my job."
And then you played the
Drake
Drake
and
and Josh.
Josh is
like I
gonna lose
played.
your
Then you played
job.
the Drake and Josh.
That's what I
Okay.
said, dude. It's not like I played some wild, like, I don't know.
Hey, you didn't play
man,
no
like,
Wheeler
pretty
Walker
wild.
Jr.
So,
if you know what that is.
hold on.
Shout out.
I have an important question about the situation. The bartender, Elisa, question mark out of 10.
Did you invite
Like,
her? Did
like-
you try to invite her back? Did you play that
I'd-
strategy or no?
honestly, dude, I'd say like a 5, but like, you know, woman in uniform. bumps up to, like,
1-0.
Evil.
Damn.
maybe a 6, bumped up to a 7 in uniform. You like a girl in uniform, you know? Like, I don't know. Something about someone on the clock makes them way more sexy.
That's so true, especially when you work
true.
with them. Your coworkers are just automatically 10 times more attractive if you work with them.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, it's the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
You ever go you ever go to like a happy hour with the coworkers and you see them like outside of their working environment and you're just like, "Damn, I didn't know you were bad like that."
Is that something you've said out loud before?
Not out loud, but like I've definitely been like, "Whoa, I did not know you were hot."
I stopped T-Pop when he said patron because we did have one patron submission question topic this week. Also, by the way, tier 2 patrons, consider dropping a topic or a question. You can submit one every week if you want to. You don't have to. Just put it out there. But this one's for Mr. Cincy Bearcat. Shout out. The question is, I guess it's for everybody. When you go into a new stream for the first time, what's your red flag that will make you immediately leave? And what's like the biggest green flag that makes you want to stay?
Red flag, it's a guy. Green flag, it's a girl.
Okay.
Red flag
makes
sitting
sense.
there not talking. Green flag sitting there talking.
That's a good answer too. I mean, that's
actually what I was gonna say.
That's a quick answer, but it's a true one. That's in a roundabout way without getting into the semantics. That's pretty true.
My biggest red flag is when somebody is like, okay, I have to preface this by saying like sometimes it's funny and for some people it works, but sometimes people are getting like pushed around or like bullied by their chat in a way that is like not very fun or enjoyable to watch, and it makes me want to click away so quickly. But then when on the flip side, when I see people being like silly and cute with their chat, then I'm like, yes, this is the place. This is the spot, you know?
I think there's a fine line with that because I know exactly what you're talking about. There's definitely the overbearing like 3 chatters who are spamming and kind of like donating and like trying to like basically throw things at the monkey in the cage, if that makes sense. Instead of like making good chat messages, like making good jokes, because we all have those chatters who we love. Like they know when it's kind of a dull moment, etc. Maybe you say something, they will add to it by like saying something funny or like bringing up a topic, etc., etc. And then there's that type, which is I think that those type of chatters are more evident in like newer streamers because they know that they can take advantage of them to an extent, I guess.
Like, have you ever seen somebody's chat where it's just full of people that just should be banned, but the person is like too new to do it?
Destructo.
And it's just so hard to watch sometimes. I feel bad for them.
Shout out Destructo.
Yeah, the overbearing chatters is a big one because it also, I mean, it doesn't like there's not a whole lot the streamer can do about it, but there is, what you allow.
Yeah.
Turn them into content for you, not for them.
Yeah, I'd say, jokes aside from the guy girl thing, I honestly don't fucking care. It's
That's cap.
all right. I will tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. If you go into like the low girl viewer count streams, like there's always the same set of like 5 to 10 dudes, and every single one of them that are always VIP modded, loaning the girl stuff or raiding with her. And it's just like, I get to do this as a joke and say,
Ignoble, aren't those guys your friends?
Shut up, man. It's me. It gets a little annoying because, like, to me, I've always seen Twitch, like, and I'm very honest with you, I've seen Twitch as like a way to make friends, right? Make new people, make new friends, hang out with people. Met all you guys, get to hang out with you. But like, these people don't see Twitch that way, and it's almost like, I don't want to use the word predatory, but
You can see the streamer literally like getting used. It's hard to watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're just like, they're not trying to be friends with her to like, incorporate this person into the community and, be part of a bigger RuneScape group. It's just like, ooh, I get to talk to a girl and be friends with her and DM her and talk to her and rate. It's like, that's like honestly sus as fuck. Like I really, really strongly dislike
You sound
that.
a little jealous. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, if those girls responded to my DMs, dude, I'm saying I would have given you free stuff. I'm just saying.
How many of these
That is
streams
so
do you
true.
frequent, you think? Like, if you could put a number on it.
Me?
Who's your fave 5? Yeah. Like, who's in your top 5 right now? Like, I mean, it sounds like there's a
Top 5
variety of these
streams?
streams that you're, like, partaking in.
I don't partake in them. I'm just saying in general, I see him.
Hmm.
Honestly, I've not been partaking in Twitch too much recently, but I'd say streams I get to watch the most. I get to watch Hamzy a lot because he's up at DGen hours. So I usually just tune in there a lot. And I just go in there and say whack shit. It's just so fucking fun to just like say the
It's
stupid
like your
shit in
last
this
10
chat and
messages in
see-
my stream are like federal offenses. So thanks. Appreciate that.
I feel myself getting worse and worse every time I go into people's channels. Like I could probably be put on a list for this, but I'm
And
not.
I'm
so
having a
I'll
good
just keep
day.
going.
You have been
Me
getting
and-
pretty gremlin-like.
That's what I'm saying. I'm having a good day, having a good stream. I have like some good topics about like food or like stuff going on, like some current events or whatever. And then Noble just comes in talking about licking his grandmother's feet or something. Just like it's every time. Just a complete left turn out of nowhere. And I'm just reading through the messages and I see that one. I'm like, fucking hell, dude. Sater, did you want to answer?
You're
We
welcome.
didn't hear your answer to that
No,
question.
I was just gonna say like what T Papa said. Just if the streamer is talking, it's really sad because I still after 4.5 years have to work on that. It's just trying
Talking.
to stay engaged. Yeah, because I mean, well, there's a problem if you are trying to play the game and trying to enjoy it after 4 years. Like, you kind of want to do the content you want to do, and if it's not just like raids or PVM or something that's just exciting like PvP, it's hard to get I don't know, it's hard to get that constant talking going. As soon as you're on a roll, it's different, but I do understand if people are joining in and I'm just doing my content and I have like a 30-second to a minute break of saying like 2 things, it's just not as inviting. So I would
like
say
it.
definitely talking.
Do you guys
But
ever feel like
Well, it's for like new viewers. Like if you're
Yeah,
a new
that's fair.
viewer coming in, if you're just a return, you know, you can be doing whatever you want. They're going to return for it. And that's like exactly what you see with the YouTube streamers. The people that are YouTubers and then start streaming on Twitch, it doesn't matter what the fuck they're doing. They're
That
going to
is
pull
fair.
1,000 viewers. It's just like, okay, you
Yeah.
go there and you're like, you must be a YouTuber because you're at 300 viewers and you haven't said a word and you have no cam.
Nobody's saying anything in the chat either. It's just fucking. It's like there's not much going on there either. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that.
you
I
ever feel
it's
like
also like
go ahead, Ignoble?
I feel it's also content dependent. You know, like a lot of us are, as you know, mainly more leaning towards just chatting than purely RuneScape content focus. Like we go into channels and expect that kind of, you know, talking to. We want to be able to that interaction with the stream. Whereas like there are a lot of high viewer streams who are like partner streams who are like end game PVMers, and their chats are like there's nothing going on. It is a dead chat, but there's 250 viewers. But like people are watching because they want to watch the content, right?
Yeah.
What they're, you know. So it depends what you're looking for. Like we go in and seeking interaction. That's what I go in for. I want to have a good time chatting shit with the streamer in the community. Other people are just like, I want to watch a guy click a boss 1,000 times and do it and be really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had a good time today. There's a popular content creator in the RuneScape section named Mr. No Monkey.
He's great. He is a
recently-
phenomenal
he just,
streamer.
He just,
love
went, he
him.
just got on Twitter recently, and I asked him when he's going to shake that shit, and that was pretty good. So
Dude,
Is he
No
gonna
Monkey.
make it soon?
hopefully,
No Monkey, I got to give him a shout out. He is genuinely like an entertaining guy that knows how to stream. He stays professional, but he's always witty. Like he's just having fun. He's literally having fun. And on top of that, he's really, really good at the game. It's like the perfect combo. And he finally upgraded his cam too.
I was going to
which
say, the
helps.
first time I watched him, I think I just caught him at the wrong time. He was just really focused. He was doing something insane, obviously. And he just wasn't really saying much. And then the next time I came in, it was like, because that's what he does. He's good at like splitting it. He'll like go to like the intense gaming and to like, once he has a break of time, he'll like shoot the shit and talk. And he's actually,
Yep.
like you said, he's entertaining. I like him.
He's super
I can't say
entertaining.
enough good things about No Monkey Man. Kid's a
He's
fucking
great.
beast
One
and
thing that
super
made
fun.
me feel really, really weird about just everything. Like, you remember when the Golden Gnomes came out?
I was just about to
No
say
Monkey
that.
was peaking. No Monkey was blowing up as a streamer, and rightfully so, because we've seen him, you know, he's good at the game and he's witty and funny. He was not nominated as like best new RuneScape streamer as a guy who shows up out of nowhere getting like, you know, 500 viewers, which is like,
Yeah, you know
I mean,
what I
he's
think a
been
lot of
on
that
YouTube for a
is.
long
I think a
time.
lot of that is he doesn't care. Like he's not on Twitter.
Dude,
like,
he doesn't care.
I know he doesn't care, but it's like
He marketed it. He put nothing. He
Yeah.
asked no. He had no exclamation, commands on his
Yeah.
stream title. And you know they do like this kind of does go back to what people say that the Golden Gnomes are a bit of a popularity contest, and
100%.
when
how-
you're not
but
doing
if
when the
it's
streamer's not
popularity, like-
doing. Well,
ahead, sorry.
but when the streamer's not doing the marketing for it,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't
'Cause he
stand a
didn't-
fucking
That's all it
chance.
is.
Because
Yeah.
his
Like
biggest,
he's not gonna win just based off people voting for him out of their pure
Yeah.
what they like they might not even like. There's also so many good streamers that like they don't think about
He
they're
wasn't,
not like diving so deep, man.
He wasn't even
Like, there's
nominated,
the
was
people
he?
that they think about.
He didn't get nominated.
No,
right?
he
Okay,
wasn't,
but that's the
which is
thing
what
is
made
because
me upset, 'cause,
that's
like-
why I looked in his because obviously his YouTube is like he has a huge audience on YouTube. He doesn't say anything about it there because a lot of the content creators on there. I know who's the person who won best new streamer.
Support.
Yeah, so he had a community post on there like, hey, come nominate me, vote for me, blah blah blah, like
Yep,
advertising.
you have
it.
to do that.
You have to do that. Like if you don't do that at all, like yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's why I say I don't think you give a fuck at all. Which
I just pulled
Yeah.
up the list of nominees for that. I was like, one of these looks familiar. It was
Zoe
Limport,
Pancakes. Wow.
Zoe Pancakes. Yeah.
I mean, that being
Whoa.
said, I feel like honestly the Golden Gnomes before this past one when I was actually like a new streamer. I feel like I was kind of more popular then, or had like a lot more momentum then, but I didn't advertise it at all. Because if you know me, I'm not someone that's like, I'm just here,
get
you know?
it.
It's like I'm just
Yeah,
here.
no.
I don't do that.
It'd feel weird.
But this year I was like, fuck it. Like I literally have no chance if I don't ask for it, so I'm just gonna ask for it a lot. And it worked out. But I really think it is like a bigger problem with the Golden Gnomes. I did hear a rumor, sorry not to talk about RuneScape, but I did hear a rumor that potentially going forward they're gonna do like 2 community votes and 2 Jagex picks.
Ooh,
And for nominees, and then people can vote on their
Makes
favorite
sense.
then, which I feel like makes a
Yeah.
lot more sense.
that's fair.
That'd be
Or
cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully
It'll
that's the
make
way it
sense
goes.
once we see who
like that.
Jagex picks. Whatever, they're just dog shit
Yeah, I was gonna
pigs.
say, like, what if you got like a pony at Jagex?
Fucking-
What if you have like a Jed over there and you slide him $100? You're like, hey Jed, I got here's 100 gifted. You
I
put
just
me on,
feel
put
like
me on the
I
list,
feel
bro,
like
put me
having
on the list.
Jagex people do it would have it be just a lot more objective, because it really is just like not even just popularity in terms of the people that get nominated. It's just the people that push for it the hardest. So I feel like
Yeah.
having someone at Jagex should just objectively be like, this is a person who is like clearly popular right now, is gonna make it a lot more.
You're literally describing the problem with the polls.
Yeah, that's true too.
Hey,
Nobody should be allowed to vote. They should just. I don't even know. I don't know the solution.
We should all just give up, honestly.
Honestly. Yeah.
Angie, I'm sorry for
That's it, just-
dogging you, but there's also another thing we were gonna talk about in the last podcast, the one that I fucked up. We didn't. You said you shit yourself at work. I would like to hear this as well. I don't know why you have so much going on in your life, Lily, but I need to hear like what happened.
Dude, this is not even. Why do we even gotta listen, man?
We
I
can't
was
hear you.
late to the last week's podcast. I got
Why
off
are you being
work.
so calm about this? What happened?
I got off work maybe like 30 minutes before the podcast was supposed to start, and you know I'm at the end of my shift. You know, shift is about to end. I'm about to go do the podcast. So, what's a reasonable thing to do? I go get a double espresso, and you know, it all comes down to trust. You know, sometimes we trust too much,
Bro.
and you can't trust anyone but yourself. Can't trust anybody. You can't even trust a fart. And what it comes down to is I trusted a fart.
Oh, so it was a shard. You didn't just you sharded.
It was so okay, here's another question. At what point does at what point where is the border between a shark and
I think the border is when the,
Liquid.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna go
Yeah.
straight viscosity. It's gonna
Yeah,
be it's a viscous scale.
If you were to hold it in your hand, would it run completely through your fingers, or could you actually hold like a physical object?
Okay, well,
Damn it.
What would happen if you put it,
It
in
could
a
have
spoon?
it could have hit the edges, I think.
I just
It
feel like
wouldn't
I feel
be
like a
right.
shard.
Oh, so you
I feel
pooped.
like a shard is just like if you think you're gonna fart and the shit comes out. Like that's how I thought about it at least.
A little bit more than that.
More than shit.
I hate this
I
so
do appreciate
much.
the honesty.
My
Oh,
walk
dude,
to
what's
work
been-
was
You've been going through it lately. Are you good?
I'm fine, dude.
You sure?
Don't worry about me.
Okay,
like
bro,
I'm,
just, you know,
everything's
But
fine.
you have a
man.
full-time
It's fine.
job, and sometimes I come in your stream and you've been live for 12 hours. You know, that's a red flag to me. Like, I'm like, is he okay? Is he all right? So, I was just wondering, bro. You're streaming more than us. Like, are you okay?
I'm just fine, man. You don't gotta worry about me
Okay.
one fucking bit.
Okay, I'm just making sure. You know.
Yeah, I mean, no, I made it. I was a little late to the cast, and we didn't even end up posting that one, so that's good.
It was really worth it, is
So
what
you-
you're saying.
Shit yourself for no reason, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Oslo
I think as far
2.0.
Uncomfortable
as,
drive.
As far as a shard goes, I've been lucky and not had that happen to me in public. It's only been in private, and unfortunately it was in my bed. That's the worst part. So, but in private and in public, I've got away with not letting that happen, thankfully.
One time when I was a kid, and me and all my family, we were driving across the country, and we were staying like in a hotel room. We had to stop overnight, and I like ran from the bathroom into the main area of the hotel room, and I completely trusted this fart as I shouldn't have, and I just like looked at my mom straight up in her face, and I went Kamehameha, and I farted,
Oh,
and
God.
shit went right out my shorts.
My God. That is horrible.
And My family just thought I did it on purpose, and I was like, no, I swear that was an accident. I promise, and everyone was so mad because it looked so purposeful, but it wasn't. It was an accident.
That's fair.
I did have to the other day. I started a stream and then I went to fart and I was like, I can't trust this one. And then I edged that shit for 5 hours. I was like, dang, this thing's really about to be here. Because I don't like shitting on stream, you know. It's never
Shit
a
on
good one.
Terrible.
Go to the bathroom.
It's so bad that I like to scroll on my phone. Like I'm gonna be gone for a minimum 8 minutes, you know. Like, and
Yeah, I
I
don't-
feel like
yeah,
it's
I
a
don't
long
know.
It's
time.
like the long stream.
I try not to. I always like pee. Of course, the pee break, you know, because like I have a little thing where like I play the same song and it's kind of like interactive every time I go pee. But yeah, like the poop is just that like T Papa said, at least 8 or 10 minutes usually.
Dude,
usually.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I rarely ever shit on stream, but I've decided I'm like I should really I should really like, have you ever seen well, like Noble obviously, but have you ever seen those e-girl streams where they're gone for like 30 minutes at a time? Like I was just thinking like I could really incorporate that, just literally leave for 10 minutes, because some of the time I'll end stream early because I'm just like, dude, I'm just uncomfortable sitting here doing this. But as soon as I've ended stream, literally 10-15 minutes later, I'm like, I shouldn't have ended because I feel great right now. So I feel like we should normalize the whole 10-minute, 15-minute
yeah.
breaks and just
Put on a YouTube video. It's fun.
yeah.
Can I?
I've been thinking about that. I'm like, I always feel way more refreshed after.
I totally agree with you, bro.
And think about working like a 9 to 5. You get 10-minute breaks and like you go back and you feel refreshed. I mean, not that refreshed because it's a 9 to 5, but you're like, okay, I can do this. And I don't know. I think we should start normalizing that shit. If we all come together as one, it won't be as awkward, you know?
Yeah.
It
I think
blows
it's
my
normal
mind the
in a lot
amount of
other
times.
communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do 5 hours. I'll like literally, I'll be exhausted. Like I can't move. Like, you know how you are at the end of the stream, and then I'll go like take a shit, grab a quick bite to a little snack, and I'll sit back down. I'm like, dang, dude, I legitimately have like another 4 hours of streaming in me. I just needed a quick 20.
Yeah. That's all you
You
need.
know, like I could do so much more, but I just need a little break. But I feel like those breaks would just be so, it'd be weird.
Yeah, it's just like in your mind, you're like, I'm gonna lose all my viewers, and the stream's not gonna be
Yeah.
the same, so I might as well just end it.
Yeah, they were
You'd be
just-
surprised how many people stick around though for like a good 10-minute break. Like I literally do that, and I'm one of those people
Yeah.
that are hopping. I'll sit for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
on the
people.
BRB
I
screen.
feel like we're
Dude,
just
when I-
internally terrified because like it's the content creator brain, just so terrified to get up and leave the computer.
Totally.
I had just a couple streams ago, like maybe a few weeks ago when I was streaming. I was very tired in that stream. It was just like the 1.5 hour mark. I'm just like, dude, I'm so fucking tired. I had a really long day. I said, BRB, I'm gonna take a piss. I go into my kitchen, and I was like, I grab some water, and then I just look at my couch. I just lie face down on my couch. I just stayed there, and I fell asleep.
Oh my God.
And I was knocked out for like about 15 minutes. It was like 12 to 15 minutes, and then I saw my phone. I'm like, oh fuck, like shit. And then like I come back, and people in chat are just like, question mark, like, where does this guy go? Is he okay and stuff? I'm just like, oh no, sorry, I just had to take care of some shit, in my kitchen going on, but nothing's going on. Just little long break. Sorry guys. I just passed out, and I don't know what it is about those like little micro naps, those 5 to 10 minute naps. That shit fucking gave me so much energy
Yeah.
for the rest of stream to just
They're the best.
bang that shit out.
They are the best.
It reminds me
Just
of
consider.
I've probably done 14 or 15 24-hour streams, and that at first when I was doing them, I wasn't scared to take a break. I would walk away for like 15 minutes. I'm live for 24 hours. Like, fuck off. Like, I'm gonna take a break. But the last couple I've done, I've taken like one break, which is not a good idea. Like, I got up
Yeah.
like once or twice to go like actually like shake it. Like I was going pee, but like actual like 10-minute, 15-minute break, I would only do it like one time the entire 24 hours, which was a terrible idea. I don't know why I wasn't utilizing the milk more. But yeah, anybody ever, if you're listening and you think about doing a 24-hour stream, definitely
That's
take.
not even milk.
at
That's
least-
just like being normal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
That's exactly the content creator brain you're talking about. Like we
I
think
just can't
it's
get
not
up.
normal.
I just can't get up. I just cannot get up and go straight.
No, we
to
all
walk
have
around.
that problem.
Like everything's going good, so I just don't want to leave. I feel like if I leave and I come back, everybody's just gonna leave. I don't know.
Dude.
It's tough to break that.
Also, a good stretch. If you were to take like 10 minutes and actually just stretch like every limb of your body and go sit back, you'd feel great.
Yeah,
I've
you
done
do.
that in the bathroom.
100%. Yeah.
This is
In theory, they tell you for desk jobs, you're supposed to get up. Sorry, Zoe.
okay.
You're supposed to get up and like stretch every hour for about 5 minutes. You're supposed to get up, walk around.
You-
do
how much?
these
What
hip
percentage of the
mobility.
population you think does that?
Nobody does that.
No
shit,
one,
right?
dude.
It's at least like
You're
3% or
supposed to
something.
every hour get up and shake it around, loosen up your
Shake that
limbs,
shit.
fucking work your thighs. Yeah.
Okay, I have two side notes. They're kind of tangents, but
Do your
Ignoble,
thing.
you just reminded me. So sorry, not to promote Amazon or anything, but it is Prime Day, okay, and I am taking a little bit advantage. I got myself an under the desk treadmill and a stationary
Hell
bike.
yeah.
And
Let's
I
go.
am so
Okay.
excited about it because I have been
All right.
stuck inside and it's
I
terrible.
want to hear about the under the desk treadmill. The stationary bike, I'm going to be honest, I got one of those. I used it maybe 10 times total.
Yeah.
And now I'm just giving it to my sister cuz I'm
Yeah,
like
my
this-
roommates wanted it, so I was like, it's on sale, but we're
Yeah.
splitting the cost of it, so it's like not a
That's
big deal.
good.
But
That's good.
yeah. But the treadmill, I'm
Hey,
so stoked for
All I
that.
ask about the
That's
treadmill
exciting.
is that you send Snapchats of you like just walking on the little treadmill, like to the to the fitness group, please.
It's like kind of a normal size.
oh, it is.
but I
So
will
it is
do
pretty
that.
big. Okay.
Yeah, but it folds
Do,
up.
do you sit on it? Do you sit down and move your feet on it, or do you like?
No,
Yeah,
so
how
it's
does
just
an
like
under the
standing
desk treadmill
it's a
work?
normal
You need-
treadmill, except
You
know
sit
how,
and you
like-
just drag your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm picturing. Like, do you
No,
have
no,
a
no. So
standing
you
desk?
know
walk.
how
Like,
nor-
what
yeah,
do
I
you-
have a standing desk.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Does that answer the
Do you have a
question?
Herman Miller?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, it's just how like a treadmill has a normal treadmill. You can put your hands on the railing in front of you, and it has all the information there. Instead of that, the information is just like it's like on the flat part on the bottom, like right at the top of it. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
How much?
Okay.
There's
How
nothing
much
to
is
hang
one
on
of
to.
those?
I paid $160 for it. They're normally in like the 250-ish, 400 range, depending on how good of the one you get is. But mine was really on sale. And then the other tangent I wanted to make, this is so completely random, but I don't know if we've ever told this story on the podcast, and I wanted to bring it up. Seder was talking about e-girls taking extremely long breaks, and I just wanted to remind everyone of the time when we were in Las Vegas, I think, or San Diego, one of them, and somebody put both Mr. Beggar's stream and Amaranth's stream like split on two separate TVs, right? And if you know Mr. Beggar, you know he is a type of streamer to just stand at the bank for like an hour and just chat and just not leave the bank interface. So everybody started a bet to see if Amaranth
That was
would...
me and Whale betting.
It was so good, yeah. So Amaranth had her starting stream thing up. So the bet was for whether Beggar will leave the bank or Amaranth will actually come on stream first. And I think it was like 26 minutes. When
Come back
neither
to
of
the
them did
stream
anything.
first.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was like 26 minutes.
okay.
Right?
That was actually fucked because I had $5 on Beggar leaving the bank before Amaranth came back with her new outfit, and Whale actually, like, dude, he cheated, man. He messed with the bet because, bro, Beggar was so ready to leave the bank. He was hovering over the item that he was supposed to pull out of the bank, and he was ready to do it, and then all of a sudden, we see in the chat, Whale, hey, what kind of coffee we drinking? And then Beggar all of a sudden takes his hand off the mouth, sits back, oh, this is this thing I got from Starbucks, so I love Starbucks. Dude, there's this barista, she's been so cute. I talk to her every day. She knows my order. And he just goes off on another 20 fucking minutes, man. And then Amaranth comes walking back on, and then, like, literally this tick after, Beggar gets out of the bank, man. I
It
lost
was a
Whale.
close
I lost-
race,
That's
yeah.
so
But it was
good.
like
Yeah,
almost 30
yeah.
minutes of sitting there waiting for one of them to do something.
It was an insanely long time.
So if you ever
Or,
feel
like-
like you're gonna lose money if you leave stream for a long time, just remember that Amaranth leaves for 26 minutes and it's not a problem at all.
Yep.
That's
I think
true.
that's fair. It's just I'm gonna have to come back in a new bikini.
I think you should.
That's gonna be the new. That's gotta be the new tech for BRB screens.
That's a good
Changing
idea.
into new bikini.
Yeah.
Changing into new bikini.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
You'll honestly you'll keep anyone who hasn't seen your stream before. Like they'll
True,
hang out.
Just out of sheer
All new people are
curiosity
gonna
more than
be there.
anything. That's a good idea.
I
love it.
This is probably a dumb topic, but is anybody using Threads?
No.
Thread users?
No, dude.
Nobody?
Oh, is that Instagram's new thing?
No, yeah, that's the. So for those who don't know, people are sad about the way that Twitter is being run. So there is a new rival Twitter like app that you have to log in through Instagram and is only mobile. So I don't. Twitter's not going anywhere, man. It's
My
fine.
favorite was like all the brags about how it was like the fastest signed up thing, like the fastest signing up social media platform ever. And I'm like, bro, it's just wasn't it just if you had an Instagram account, you like got a Thread account?
Yeah, who's gonna
Like
use that?
I didn't
feel
sign
like
up.
I'm like the people who signed up are probably people who are on Twitter too much. No offense
Oh,
to
yeah.
those people. That's I feel like that.
The people who are on Twitter too much are gonna stay on Twitter, but like, don't they like? Isn't Threads like a little bit more PG than Twitter?
I don't
Like,
think
isn't
you
there
can
more
post
stuff they don't
nudity.
allow? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fucking whack, dude. Like, come on. And also,
That's
if
why I'm
it's
on Twitter, bro.
and
mean, it's
also
meta,
if it's
so-
like also I like Twitter for like I don't know, man. That's like I'm kind of like incognito on that shit. And like if I have to link my Instagram, which is linked to my Facebook and like my whole real life, on like what am I gonna tweet about, dude? All I tweet about
Yeah.
is smoking crack and playing RuneScape. Like
That's how I like Twitter for, is like I have a channel on my Discord that I like when I'm doing something like mundane in RuneScape. It's called Reaction Andy. Like I'm sure you guys have seen me watch clips on my stream, but people just throw stuff in there. And like one of the podcast watchers, one of our patrons, Mr. Lukey, linked a Facebook link. Threw a Facebook link in there, and I was just immediately taken back and terrified because like even if I was to watch it, I'd have to like log into Facebook. I was like, what the fuck, bro? A Facebook link?
Yeah, I have one of my Twitch viewers or one of my Twitch mods. He like Snapchats me Facebook links. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I'm not clicking this.
I know.
what you doing?
And my little brother links me TikToks, which I don't have TikTok, so I have
Yeah.
to see it on the web browser, and then it's like invasive. It's like download this now.
We love Facebook
thanks.
though. We actually have a Facebook page for any boomers out there.
Do you actually?
We have a
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Remember we talked
ain't
about
no
it?
way,
Man,
dude.
listen, yeah, we posted shorts on the Facebook page.
Does it get likes?
I didn't think it was ever gonna actually happen.
Yeah, so Satan's uploaded a short on there. He's like, bro, we got 2 likes.
Dude, I love how you see us all like on the Twitter and like the YouTube and shit. Like we're all like anytime we post anything, it's all of our profiles
Okay.
like www. We're all like driving the algorithm on the Facebook. No one's saying anything. It's like,
Nah, dude.
Like, let me-
You don't use my fucking personal Facebook account to like bump that shit up like Hamzy style telling stories about shitting himself, doing crack in the bathroom.
Dude,
and playing
I'ma have
Drake
my
and Josh.
fucking-
No, I'm
My
not.
whole
I'ma have my
face on
fucking
it, bro. Do not
aunties.
boost it in the algorithm, please. I'm begging you.
I'm gonna have my fucking aunties over here like looking at our base after dark like beer Olympics. Like
You're gonna get some boomer. You're gonna get some boomer with his dog as the
Let me
profile.
preface-
Just
let me
talk
preface,
comments.
okay? Obviously, Mr. Tates is not here today. He will be back next week from his European bender. Also, Mr. Nine Rain is not here today due to Raycon or something. But when we had the discussion about season 2 and the direction we wanted to go, it was his idea to create a Facebook account. I just want that to be
Of course it
known.
was.
fucking guy.
I just want it to be known that was his idea, and we did it.
Dude.
We did it.
I'm sorry, but to all the viewers, if you see any Base After Dark clips on Facebook, please don't like the post. Don't interact with it.
Yeah, don't
it's
do
gonna
it.
get pushed to my aunt, my grandmother, my uncle,
Okay.
my second cousin, and they're gonna hear the story of how I shat in my boot that one time, and I just can't deal with that. Please, I'm actually begging you, please don't interact with the Facebook post.
That was a banger short. I say I think we should delete the Facebook, okay? And we should do the Instagram Reels because we're not on Instagram. Instagram Reels are not bad. I'm a fan of that. I think that's
Yeah, that's
probably
fine.
I think that's better for us.
Reels are fine
Yeah.
because like I don't have fucking family on there. It's like,
You don't, dude. My family messaged me on Instagram nonstop.
oh really?
Yeah, but it's
No,
my
my parents
Spanish-speaking
ain't about that.
family. It's a lot. So, I think it's different over there.
Yeah, Facebook is just so I don't know. It's far gone. I guess would be the way to describe
How often
it.
do you guys log on to Facebook?
Actually, a
I've not
lot
been
for
on Facebook
Facebook
in-
Marketplace.
Okay,
fair.
if we take if we take marketplace out of the equation, because I feel like I might check marketplace like once every 2
Okay.
weeks, but I ain't
So-
touching Facebook.
I do something called the monthly scroll on Facebook. Typically, I will scroll for usually once or twice a month, just because I like seeing what people I went to high school with or college, because they're still posting on there. It's atrocious, but it is entertaining. It's entertaining at 12 a.m. It's entertaining at 1 in the morning. It's a nice, good scroll. And occasionally, once every 7 or 8 months, I'll post a photo on there. The last photo I posted on there was us with the private jet. Just to flex on my high school brethren. So that was that was the last thing I posted. And the funny thing about that is one of my friends from like elementary school messaged me and said, "Oh my God, is that Tasty from you?" I told this story on the podcast before, but he's like, "Oh my God, are you friends with Tasty?" And I was like, "Fucking kill me." It's ridiculous.
So I go on very, very seldom. You know, it's not often. However, I did go on today. Maybe like once a month. But
It's a good
you will
scroll. It's a good
find some
scroll.
fucking gold
It's
every now and
amazing.
then. Bro, I logged onto Facebook today and found that someone that I fucking hated in high school got a Rolex stolen from him because he broke up with his girlfriend and his ex came and dropped all of his shit in front of his apartment in like a big box thing, just like outside the door. And while he was after she dropped it, someone went through all the shit, stole this guy's Rolex. man.
Holy.
Shit.
Dang, is she in trouble for that? Can you,
Fucking unlucky,
that's
dude.
crazy.
That's fucked.
I don't know. I'm gonna definitely be logging in Facebook these next couple days though to keep track, bro.
I'm not sure what type of
They got
like,
me.
crime you would even charge you with for that if you were going to. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I mean,
think.
what even is?
sure.
Is that even a crime?
I mean, I guess you could articulate maybe it's a few different things, but it'd be tough. It'd be tough. I don't think she probably would get.
Well,
in
she
trouble.
put he even put in his post like a picture that she sent him of like here's all your stuff in front of your house. Like, fuck
Yeah, I
you,
feel like it
you know?
depends on like the notice of when she dropped it, or like how, like did she give him notice, etc. Like there could be a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I
that's-
want to like. Do you guys get those the like the lawyers on TikTok that'll like break down like the borderline
Dude,
shit?
some
Like,
of those are such bullshit. Some of those are so awful. Some of them have no idea what they're talking about. But some of them, I know, I know what you're talking about.
I don't
Um,
get those. What do they do?
they'll just like this guy will like review a TikTok where like imagine like this guy explaining the situation of what happened to him, and like a lawyer like usually like they'll be like, I don't know, this one is like there's like that Harvard lawyer couple like they'll review it and they'll say like, well, in legal sense, you know, this person's fucked, or they usually make it a two-parter to fuck you, so you gotta go like look at the next video. Yeah, those are usually some pretty interesting ones. I like them, and I
Yeah.
want to see that. You know, there's some nuance there.
Yeah, I think I've logged into Facebook like twice in 5 years, and I always deactivate right after I'm done looking. And it's usually
I do that too.
I deactivated like a few months before I started streaming. And then after that, it was like I think I logged in maybe a year afterward, and then the last time I've logged in was like a year ago, I think. And it was literally just to see my like Facebook Messenger thing and just see like some old conversations, and just to see like if I had any like friend requests from just random. Well, actually, that wasn't even the case. It was just reviewing the old friend requests, because you can't actually get any more friend requests when you've deactivated. So it's just like looking at just random thing. Like I don't know. I never go on it.
Do you deactivate like for protection of your own information, or just because it's just
Yeah, it was. I mean, if I were, because I have not deleted anything from my Facebook, so it needs to be deactivated. Because I remember just thinking of old conversations when I'm 13 years old, talking with my middle school friends about God knows what, and I'm like, yeah, there's just no way this can be. Like, I'm tempted to just fully delete actually at this point, because I've already.
What I
reviewed
did
everything.
was at one point was I just went through and I deleted all my stuff is just from like college going forward. Everything before that I wiped clean. It's all
Well,
gone.
The other problem is like I don't even know what I've published on my information, because I remember when I first got a Facebook account, I thought it would be cool to like add my personal phone number, add my address,
Yeah.
add every family member that
Everyone
I'm related to.
do.
Like, this is my little, MySpace. I can add whatever I want. It's fully public to everyone. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Every single school event, like, Jesus
I don't
Christ.
Yeah.
Shit, it was
Deactivate-
crazy, man. That shit was
I don't-
wild. You just put all your shit on
Every
there thinking like, oh,
and
yeah,
you
I'm just gonna-
wanted
cool.
to, like, I was just thinking, man, if a cute girl like wanted to connect with me, I should have my phone number here, just
Instead, it's a fucking 35-year-old dude like, ooh, this 13-year-old Sater's got his number on here.
Christ.
Woo."
Really
Like,
quick, can
and
we
his
just talk
address.
about how fucking insane it is that like people make their phone numbers so public when it is like it's literally like just putting your password and your authenticator out there for everyone to grab.
Oh, yeah,
it is
so-
actually so insane.
You can put is that what you're saying? Is because on Facebook you can just put your phone number on there and your information.
No,
like, you
just
can
in
put
general,
it-
like the fact that you give your phone number out to strangers, like that
Yeah.
is like getting SIM swapped or something like that is like the easiest way for someone to just take absolutely fucking everything from you. And literally all they need is your phone number. Like that is just genuinely like the most dangerous thing you could ever give somebody.
That's
Any
true.
sort of like social media handle or whatever, of course, like that's fine. But giving someone your phone number is crazy. You can find everything out about someone just by their phone number.
I was gonna say on Facebook, I don't deactivate it just because there's settings you can put on to where people cannot see any of your information, none of your posts. All they can see is your profile picture. And as long as you have nobody tagged in that profile picture that might be important to you, it should be good. The only reason someone told me about that they had looked up my sister and my father is because I have my profile picture was with my grandmother and she was tagged in it. And so they were able to like click on her profile and then see my other family members. And it was a strange Twitch chatter moment where they like told me, and I was like, thanks, man. I really don't care, but thank you.
Did you know them?
Huh?
Did you like know them, or were they a random person?
No, they're just a Twitch chatter. Someone who like watches I think their intention was well, just the way they went about it was weird.
Yeah.
And they should have just like messaged me like privately, but they just threw it in my chat, I think, kind of
That's weird.
in a roundabout way.
That's crazy.
The main reason that I stopped using Facebook, actually, I just remember, is when I came back home from my mission, like everyone was hitting me up for money. They just thought I was like this thing that could just hand out money to everybody, and
I just came back from Mexico with a fuck ton of money. Yeah, that's what I did down there.
Yeah, well, no, it was the people from Mexico. They were just like, hey, and it wasn't like $100. Like within like a week, I had this one guy asking me for $10,000 to start an apartment complex.
To start a complex.
What do they think you are, dude?
You're
No,
Jesus
I
for
was
real,
just
bro.
like, he was like, yeah, dude, we can start building apartment. I have extra space in my backyard. I can build an apartment complex. I just need $10,000 for the concrete. I can get tenants in fast. And I was in like one long message, and I was like, bro, what? Like, and so I stopped using it because it was literally just, that was one example, but there was probably in like my first 2 months, like my guess is 10 to 20 examples of that. And it like $100 here and there, but like it was usually thousands of dollars, US
I
dollars
feel like
they're
you could
asking
have
for.
used that moment to convert them to Mormonism as well.
Most of them were Mormon.
Or maybe
Yeah,
they
it
were
was-
just Mormon so that you could give them money.
Yeah, that's actually quite common.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Interesting.
Wait,
Not at all. I just feel like
T-Papa,
PJ's been bringing up the
Yeah.
topics, and I'm just kind of chilling.
what years did you serve?
I was 14 to 16.
Okay.
2014 to 2016.
I was 13, 15.
Oh, hell
It
yeah,
sounds like
dude.
you guys are talking about the military. You put it that
Fuck
way.
yeah.
Sir,
was
I mean, that's
too.
what you
God
call
bless
it.
our troops.
That's what you call it.
I support you guys.
Veterans Day. These guys really doing shit, huh?
That's why I go
It's-
so hard on the 4th of July.
Dude, I wanna ask, Stater, there was a question you had way at the beginning of the cast, and then we diverged onto something else. You said you're gonna answer our Based After Dark question first, and then you're gonna ask something about us.
Oh,
Well,
God.
back when we were talking about season 2.
Brain.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
season 2 stuff.
What was I going to ask?
Well, can I
Because
ask
Zoe
you this
asked me
question?
something.
Can
and
I
then-
ask you this question?
What?
Can I ask you
Yeah.
like a season 2 for the say? Did you already answer that? Like, what does the say cast?
I think I like half answered it, but it's really just like getting an actual artist to create an intro that actually looks professional instead of just it being the thumbnail again and then having like the tasty voice. I would like to, completely revolutionize the intro and make it nice and maybe even add like a spicy topic of the conversation for like 30 seconds right before that intro happens, because I've seen other podcasts and like they tend to do that and it kind of grabs your attention, and it grabs mine too. If there's just an intro first, it's just like,
Yeah.
you're not instantly in it. It would be nice to just start it and just,
Ripping directly into that kind of shit is so nice.
it's so much better. It's so much. So that's why I'm thinking season 2 would be kind of like this big change of like adding that, and then even adding, I've considered making a new YouTube channel where it just has all the clips, not shorts, but I would do clips of like a 10-minute segment of a cast. Just so
I would
people can-
love that. I think
Yeah,
that
that's
would
a
be
good idea.
sick, actually.
I need to get somebody else to do it though.
Yeah, I second that idea.
That's tough because you have to like edit pieces out. Be like, oh, that was from 9
Well,
minutes to
it's-
19 minutes.
It wouldn't be that tough. It would just be like, this was my favorite. If it was me doing it, it would just be like, okay, this was a really cool like 15-minute segment where we're talking exclusively about this, and then put it on the on the Clips channel, and it's super easy because that's all you need to do. It's just like what Joe Rogan does. Just like there's just here's 5 minutes of this, here's 15 minutes of this, unedited completely.
Does he have a separate channel? Is there a separate channel for that for him? Or like, 'cause I've seen
Yeah,
other
yeah,
podcasts
it's separate.
where they have like okay.
The problem is it's tough because the more I think about it, I'm like there's nothing going on visually, which is the problem. Because if you have like actual cameras, it's way better. But when it's just audio, it's like this is just not the same.
Fucking throw up some Subway Surfer, bro. Give me something.
I
to
know
watch.
it needs to be like some solo Tob or some just weird shit. Yeah.
Would
No,
you
for real.
consider moving forward, like adding cams into your thing, or changing up anything to do with the guests?
I've considered adding cams. It's just tough because I want it to all be like the same, like a uniform.
Yeah.
I feel like
And
it's
there's
tough
just
with
a
the
lot
people
of
you have
guests
on
that don't
too,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of guests that don't want to have cam. So
want-
then the ones that don't have cam, they're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to watch this because I'm used to the face cam ones. Because if
Yeah.
you guys, I mean, you've had a few episodes where you're just showing your games, which are still good, but I bet they don't do as well.
I
Once.
did want to
Ever.
ask you about the guests.
Didn't you do
you've- How many podcasts have you done now?
125.
125 podcasts. So that's obviously
That's
a lot
getting
of
up there.
guests. Do you feel like do you see the light at the end of the tunnel with guests? Like, are you gonna start recycling at any point, or is there like still a lot of people you want?
I already do recycle. I love recycling. I love getting guests on twice, 3 times. I haven't had
I think
anybody
it's good
on
that
4
you
times
started it
yet.
early, so it's not like you feel like once you start recycling, you're just like out of options.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
was
like very
yeah,
clear
I
you just do it when you want.
exactly, and that's also really important because like what you guys were saying. Oh, I think this was the question is like, or not really a question, but just what you were saying, Zoe, is like just filling in your like this is your niche. Like you just want to have a organic conversation with the homies and invite a friend on, and I've just lost my fucking train of thought. Jesus Christ!
Is it
Yeah, I
about
just
playing to your
completely-
strengths? Because like
Oh, yeah,
when we were talking about like the direction of Based After Dark, our strength, and like that's what like we talked about, like data shows that our strength is that like our, like you said, that generic conversation. And even if we have a friend with us, that is where that is where the retention's the highest. That is what people will seem to enjoy the most. And then there's
and
like,
it's what you enjoy the most too. It
yeah,
sounds like
exactly,
Yeah.
100%. And there's aspects like that, kind of like that interview aspect that was pulling away from that, and also kind of the RuneScape, a little too much of the RuneScape aspect was pulling away from that. And I mean, yeah, I feel like at least me watching your podcast, a big one of your like strong suits is that RuneScape aspect of it being like a RuneScape podcast. But you also do well just the generic conversation that's outside of that also, which is what I
Yeah.
think makes your podcast so great.
And that's what I want to keep it as, because I've realized the times I enjoy the podcast most is when there's no pressure. There's literally no obligation for me to talk about anything. We can talk about RuneScape for 5 hours straight, which I just did yesterday. Or we can literally have like a 2-hour conversation of just life. And I actually really like that. And I feel like the guests like that. And there's no pressure on my end. And I've also decided that I'm not going to just invite anybody on. I obviously still have some pressure to get some guests on because people want to hear from them. But I really just try to make
Bro,
it like, do
yeah,
I
but
want to talk to this person?
You have a huge audience. That's how it should be. I mean, like you should have who you want to have on. Like you have a legitimate show. You have a legitimate, like actually legitimate. Like some of your episodes have insane amounts of views. I mean, you know that. Like it's
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So like, you should choose who you want. I mean,
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy the most too. It's just fun getting, I don't know, just not having any boss overlooking anything. It's literally just me. I can talk to whoever I want.
yeah, 100%.
No
Hell yeah.
pressure.
I had probably one
Ladies and
last
gentlemen?
I had one last topic here I wanted to at least brush over. Well, we could save it if you want, and if you think it's been long enough, or do you want to do this? I was gonna.
Oh,
It
how-
has technically been long enough.
Is it dirty?
No, it's
Is it a
nothing
dirty
dirty. It's
topic?
nothing crazy. We can chew on this for a minute. I just wanted to get your perspective. It was one that I put in there. Let me pull it up again here. So if you guys, we've talked about Creator Clash before, which is where content creators box each other. The last event, apparently they lost $250,000. Did not go well. It was not a profitable event. I was gonna ask you, if we did a like RuneScape creator, like in our like section of the world, like Creator Clash, like what do you think the best way would be to monetize it? Like what would be your strategy? Like how would you profit off of it?
You
Let me
don't.
just say that I did not see anything about this Creator Clash at all. And I'm on YouTube and Twitch a lot, and I didn't see anything about it. I mean, I'm
didn't
probably
see
just not
anything
following
either.
the
Yeah,
right
I
people.
literally have no idea like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
only
get
know it happened because of I saw Minx get a black eye. Like that's the only reason I know about it.
Mink spot?
Yeah, it's,
Who did she fight?
I have no idea. I just saw her on stream. She's like trash. Her fucking room's a mess. She's got a black eye and like a busted lip. She looks like a fucking nightmare.
They
Like,
fought
that's
in
the-
her room or where? What?
No,
Why is
I'm
her room a
talking- I'm
mess?
just saying,
Boxing
I saw
ring.
her stream. I saw her
Okay.
stream.
Oh,
A
I
clip
see.
from
Yeah.
her stream, and she just looks so fucked. And I was like, oh my god, did she get in a fight or something? And then they're like, no, she's like boxing for the Creator Clash. That's the only
Okay.
reference
that's,
that I have to
uh,
the event whatsoever.
That's why I asked, because we've talked about it before, and like, yeah, Creator Clash, the first one was like the first time where they like brought like a variety of like content creators together to like box each other. It wasn't just like a one-off thing, like where like Jake Paul fights somebody or like Logan Paul fights somebody, like where they have actual professionals on there too. It was just all content creators. And I guess if the first one was successful, and I guess like this one was just super unsuccessful. And so I was like thinking, what's the best way to like monetize it? Like, what do you like? How would you do it?
I think we would
Yeah, I
just need
have
to use
no
like
idea.
our reach of different types of creators. Like we would need like PKers to bring it to like their outside friends. Then we would need like our PVM community. You know, we'd have to get like the Settleds and the Odas and those people of the world to kind of.
It would
like,
have to be
branch
sponsored
out.
by Fansly too. Fansly, because Fansly is always like on all these events that do good on Twitch and shit. Like it's always sponsored by Fansly. Fansly pays the good bucks, and it doesn't have
true.
all of the negatives that comes with OnlyFans, but all of the pussy at the same time. So like,
Win-win, really.
Wow.
That's a tweet. You should tweet that. You should tweet that.
I mean,
I love
tweets, we
Fansly.
should
None of
jump
the
into
baggage,
it.
all of the pussy. Oh yeah, no, you ready? I got
Where's
my
our,
tweets.
Where's our
I'm
Twitter
R.
workshop?
I
Is
forgot.
everybody ready?
I'm sorry, kill me.
You for gore? Oh man. All right, T Papa. Let's use yours. You said you had a.
I just hold on. I want to see who else has some before I say mine, because then I know who's allowed to make fun of me.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll set it off today. I'll light it up.
Do your thing, boss.
Check this out.
Okay.
I have two, but maybe. All right. We'll see. And on the 8th day, God made Nike Pro shorts.
I don't
I don't
understand.
get it.
I get it, Ignoble.
He's talking about what in the I guess in the fitness world is called pussy cutters. They're very they're a type of short or legging, you know, either one that is very tight around the vaginal area that is very outlining, very distinct, and they've been commonly referred to as pussy cutters. What he's referring to.
It's like it would have been a good tweet if he said like yoga pants and it was like 4 years ago. But like,
I just don't know what Nike. Yeah, I feel like that would be.
I actually don't get the, I
but
don't
like
get the
if
first
you knew
part.
it was
only
funny.
because I'm not saying that as a
I know what
dig.
you're
I'm
talking
saying it
about,
just
so,
because
like,
people
I
people
like
haven't
it.
even caught on because you know there
Yeah.
was like the phase of the yoga. I feel like
Yeah.
the Nike whatever.
Like
they
me and
even
you were
call
hanging
that.
out,
I
Ignoble,
don't
and you
even
made
know.
that joke. I would laugh, but as a tweet, I don't think most people are going to pick up on that, especially now.
It's
No,
just
well,
like-
maybe you need to put a picture with it of the thing.
I
that you're
honestly
wearing.
think
Just
I
pussy
honestly think it's
cutters.
it's a little bit ahead of its time, honestly. Like maybe like, you know, when they're like Nike, what are they even called? You know, like there was a
Nike Pro
point where we were
shorts.
nonstop talking about yoga pants. That was like the thing to talk
Yeah.
about, you know?
Mhm.
And like no one's really talking about this yet, man. You know, maybe
You know what's funny
We
about the
wait for
term
that.
yoga pants? There is not one girl in the world that says yoga pants. It's either like
Oh, hell
leggings.
no.
Leggings,
It's
yeah.
like leggings or like flare leggings or like there's like nobody fucking says yoga pants. The
Mhm.
only people that say yoga pants are sexualizing them.
Leggings are for men. I wear leggings all the time. I love leggings. Shot leggings. I wear that shit around the house. Wear it to the gym. I got cotton ones. I got spandex ones. I love leggings. Shout out.
Okay.
I lied. I actually do have a couple tweets this week. It's been a while.
Oh, okay,
I go?
this is good.
Or do you
Yeah,
want to go first?
Yeah, let's hear it.
No,
I have
no,
I have a safe one that I think I pocketed from like a few podcasts ago. That's just Tasty's beige flag is having a sex playlist that is just Ultra Violence by Lana Del Rey start to finish. I just like thinking about that. It's not really funny, but that'll be the fallback one. But this is the one that I think is good. I thought I already tweeted this, but apparently I didn't. I got the Popeyes chicken sandwich today. Good news is it was delicious. Bad news is that means I live in the hood.
I like it.
You have to understand that Popeyes is bad when you don't live in the hood, you know? That's the context that's important with the tweet.
as someone who's lived in the
do
hood
you mean by
before,
that?
I think that's hilarious.
What do you mean? What do I mean by that? It tastes bad if you're in the suburbs.
I live
Alright,
in the
whatever.
suburbs now, and I've lived in the hood before, and I can
Alright.
I can concur.
T-Bobby, you can go so I can feel better about myself.
That's
I didn't need
fucked.
that. I didn't need that.
That was a good one.
That's fucked. No,
That's
no,
what
no. You meant it. You said it. It came from. I could tell. T-Bobby, it came from the heart. Trust me. I
got
heard
some
it.
decent ones this week. I would say like, better than the. I would say like if I have like a line of like equilibrium, like these ones are slightly above the line.
Go ahead, dude.
That bar is in the fucking ground, my guy. Please.
Ignoble.
Like,
Nobody
fucking say
laughed.
it,
I
man.
gave you a pity laugh. Shut up, bro. Like, come on, dude.
all right.
T-Bobby, you give so much
Shit, let's
preface
watch
to your
fucking God,
tweets,
man.
man. Just spit them out, dude.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see the
Should I
shit.
go
Let's
first?
see what you
want me to
got.
go before him? You want to stop him? Like,
Okay, just let me go. If I tattoo Gucci on my balls, does that make it a designer bag?
I hate you so much. Like, why would you just
All right, what's the next one?
fucking?
How do you even consider talking shit to me after bringing that tweet to the table? How the fuck can you look me in the eye and
Ignoble,
tell me
mine
mine
is
is
still
bad,
better than
bro?
yours, bro. Mine are still better than yours.
Nah, dude. Nah.
Comment below how bad Ignoble's was compared to mine. Trust, and then go read the comments. Ignoble.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so this one's we have it's one of the handshake emoji tweets. You know what I'm talking about? All right,
Yeah.
it's that format. Pizza delivery drivers, handshake emoji. Gynecologists can smell it but can't eat it.
That's good.
Okay,
That's
good.
really
That's
good.
good.
Okay,
That's a banger.
that's a banger. That's good.
Thank you. That's it. I'm out.
I'm proud of you.
Mine
I
has,
got my one.
That was pretty
Mine
good.
has
Hold on,
the
you know what?
mine has the sunglasses emoji, and it says, "I am on the awesometism spectrum."
Fuck, you know what? Tweet it, Hamzy. You know what? Just tweet it.
It's
Just
not
send it, man.
bad. Okay, I'm gonna give you mine real quick. I'm gonna put it in. One of them just a picture
Oh,
with
we
no.
have to see
no-
it.
Yeah, one's just a picture with no text. I was gonna save this, but I feel like it'd be good. It'd be good just to throw. I'm gonna put it in the after dark. That's my first one right there. I was just gonna tweet that image right there. That's literally all. That's all I was gonna tweet. It's just that. Let me show this. I'll show you guys. For those watching, this is what it is. It's a photo. Damn, you can't even see it. It's not gonna focus.
We'll just put it on.
It's
the
okay. I'll
thing.
put the timestamp
We'll
in.
put the timestamp in. Yeah, but it's a photo of our favorite streamer, No Monkey, and a chat message I sent to him, and just his face is just iconic for like what I said.
That's a going live tweet if I've ever seen one.
It's a really good going live tweet, but I feel like I could just tweet it out and it'd be a banger. It's just good. And he just
ashamed
got
if
on
someone
Twitter
stole it
recently, so I feel like
tomorrow.
it's like topical. So like he just like started using Twitter. So
I'm stealing that.
I like
tomorrow.
it.
Sorry.
what do you guys think?
like
Did you
it.
look at it or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah. No, I'm stealing it.
No, you can't have that.
It's gonna be my going live tweet tomorrow.
That's okay. Actually, no, don't do that.
Too late. Already scheduled.
I had,
Are we
I had
ready?
a viewer submission too. If you want to hear it.
Oh wait, yeah, let's hear it.
Let me see here. Jesus saw everyone's sins, and after seeing all the nasty shit Ignoble did, he died for us. That was a tweet.
That's just too long, man. That's just way too long.
This is really wordy, honestly.
It was funny, but like not a good tweet, but still funny.
Thanks.
Concise. You
Keep
gotta be
up.
concise.
But I'm gonna tweet that. Are we ready?
No, it's not even good.
No, not that.
Yeah,
I'm tweeting the picture. The picture.
Oh, the picture. Yeah.
The picture solid.
I'm just gonna
Wait,
tweet the
Sater,
Nike
you don't
Pro
have
Flex
you don't
one,
have
fuck
any,
y'all.
right? You
I'm
don't
gonna
have any
find a
drafts.
photo.
sitting?
Just find a
All right.
photo. Just literally, dude. Type in on Google Images "pussy cutters." You're gonna have the field day. Like there's plenty to choose from. See what happens. Let's
could,
type in pussy
yeah.
cutters on this. Everybody. You can.
That would help. No one is gonna
Vagina
fucking know what
cookie
you're talking
cutter.
about, bro.
Maybe we should do this on Base After Dark on the Patreon edition. We'll get into this, okay?
All right. So then we tweet it. We're tweeting.
We tweet it and we end. We tweeted and we end the recording.
We tweeted.
3,
I just
2,
want to say I
tweeted.
have one more tweet that I'm gonna save for the Based After Dark cast on the Patreon. So if you haven't subscribed yet, consider.
Yay, we're
You'll hear
so
it.
See you there.
excited, dude. That's gonna get
Wow,
all
I'm sure
the
they're
patrons.
gonna pay $5 for that. Wow. Okay. Thanks for watching. Love you. See you next week. Bye.